Party start at night, we ain't leaving till today. I told that bitch she thick enough, that's what I call an aspirate. All this money round my wrist is valuable, I talk to it. Tinted Crown Vic, make your dream car look like shit. All her biddies in the telly, throw some ones, make her happy. All this drip, condensation, wear some shades, it's too bright. Diamonds.
Good evening, good evening, good evening. I am the one, the only Matic B. Mobley sitting there with V. Brown.
Hey.
And tonight we got a special guest.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, he's right.
Let's give us a round of applause.
He's right.
Yes, sir.
And tonight we got a special guest, one of my favorite people, the self-proclaimed. No, I can't say self-proclaimed because everybody proclaiming this. The funky man,
Amen.
Mr. Derek Russell.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Pleased to be here.
It's good to see you, bro.
Man, it's better to be seen than viewed. Everybody knows that.
Amen to
A
that.
lot about that.
Oh, we're going to have
Now-
church.
Now, bro, I'm gonna let you get into your subscribe thing.
Yes, our church announcements. Make sure
Please.
govern yourselves accordingly and hit that subscribe button there at the bottom. Please subscribe, like, comment, and most of all, share, because sharing is caring, and we care about you. That's why we're still here. That's why we're back. One more again.
And with a friend.
And we're friends. Yes.
Yeah, he didn't even comb his head.
Hey, listen, now before we get started, I always got something to get off my chest.
There's something on your mind.
So, okay,
Mm-hmm.
ladies, I'm gonna need y'all to come to the pulpit and
shoot.
come to the pulpit.
I'm
I'm gonna need you guys to stop doing this. It's very important that you stop doing this. I'm gonna do it with an example.
Oh,
Okay.
stop.
Okay.
I want you to stop doing this here.
I'm sorry, girls.
When you see, you see a guy and you do this. You say, "How tall are you?" I know that. Okay, the guy. Let's say this. Okay, how tall are you? And the guy say, "Oh, let's use myself, 6'8". I know that's right. And you got the beard. It's too bad that you light skinned. When you do that, right? Oh, and then you do this. I got a friend though. You know what I'm saying? She into y'all light brights. And you'll say, so ain't he cute? And then the guy, I'm gonna use myself as simple as the guy. And I'm like, no, it's okay. I'm not interested. I'm not really into tall girls. I'm just using tall girls as an example. And then you do this. What you got against tall girls? What you got against tall girls? My bitch bad. My bitch this. My bitch that. My bitch bad. I mean, you must be gay. You this. You that. You that. And then we let you temper down and then say, sis, I only said I'm not into tall girls. Like you said, you ain't into light-skinned guy. I don't have to be into light-skinned. I don't have to be into this, that. I don't have to be this, but my bitch bad. My bitch bad. My bitch bad. You know what I'm saying? You must be gay. I mean, what you got against her? So what she tall? What?
Wow.
What kind of women you be
Y'all got
running
to
into?
stop doing. No, they this is a constant thing.
Really?
It's like they don't even peep the double standard. You go off. It was okay. The man sit there and took the fact that you basically said he wasn't worth shit to you. Basically, that's what you said. You everything I like except your complexion.
Mm-hmm.
And then when the man comes back and say, no, I'm okay, love. I'm not really into that particular type of girl. You go off. So you expect us to accept the fact it's okay when you're not interested in the reason why, but we have to accept you no matter what. We have to just boom. You know, it doesn't matter. I don't care about your preference. You just got to accept me. That's not fair.
I'm gonna leave this up to you, sir. Let's hear some experience. What do you got to say about that?
Boy, as old as I am, I've never been more lost in a conversation.
Yeah,
My
I'm
God,
serious.
I mean,
It's like
because I'm not light
Obviously,
skinned.
women have changed
Yeah,
over the decades.
it's like
Hey, listen, everybody has to pick a what they want to be.
okay, it's like this. They can have a preference and say it outright to your face, like I'm not interested in you because of X, Y, and Z.
Exactly.
But when you flip
Then
the
you
script and
flip the
say,
script, come back, and you be respectful about it.
mm-hmm,
It's what you gay, or what you don't like,
it
girls.
gets ugly.
Oh,
Oh.
she might not be this, but she pretty though. Oh, this,
What all you're talking about is a universal thing. It's called what? The double standard, baby.
Yeah, but
I
I'm
could
just
say it to
saying.
you, but you can't.
And you're like, why is that?
What I'm
Yeah,
saying
but
is,
why is that? Is one thing that the eternal truth to that is all knowing says it's one thing. It's gender. Don't even worry about it.
yeah, I mean,
You cannot worry about things that are binary. Two things in the world is binary: male and female.
oh, I'm
That's
not
it.
worried about it.
No, I'm saying, but in understanding what you're dealing with, when you deal with a person, you automatically size them up every kind of way possible as far as your intelligence level is.
Right.
So then that way you play to your audience. In other words, when someone says to you, "Dang, buddy, color joke here. Damn, baby, I didn't know your thing was so small." And I say, "Well, damn, I didn't know I came to play in no cathedral either."
Mm.
So who's mad at who?
Right. Right,
You
but
see what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
I try to keep it clean for everybody who wants to listen. But the most important thing is that's what people do. They have their own projections of what they are all about, and not giving a listening ear to what you have to say and have it in a constructive way instead of lashing out because we don't know what that person going through,
Right.
where she coming from, for a statement to walk up blatantly to say to you, I don't like no men in glasses and beards, boy, but if you had shaved that off and put contacts in, you'd be my main man. You'd be like, well, what the hell that got to do with the price of butter? I'm still me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so you say like, hey, oh, you don't like tall girls? I don't like ugly girls with big mouths. I don't like no buck teeth babe coming to me talking about what you don't like. I personally don't care what you like.
But then they get mad.
But that's okay. I get mad too. That's it. But I was like, you better step away. I just got out.
What I'm saying is,
He didn't specify where from.
what I'm saying,
Yeah, there you go.
what I'm saying is, you gotta stop it. You can't call me a spade and not expect me to call you a spade. You can't do that. You can't. Don't dish it out if you can't take it. You gotta stop that. You really have to stop that.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what I'm saying. And I don't want it to make it seem like, oh, well, people that look at me and say, hey, you only coming out, you only coming at women. I'm saying when I say something about a woman, it's for a real reason.
Mm-hmm. This is stuff we see and hear
It's like
on the sidelines or
and
directly. And I understand. And just to piggyback on what Derek was saying about the genders, this is the thing about it. It's such a thing as not just binary, but there's also gender entitlements. We have our things that we feel like we can say and we can spill off just because we're men. And there's things that women feel like they're entitled to. They feel they're entitled to spew whatever, anything, almost anything, almost anything. And it's okay because they're the women. You can't come at them. You can't be aggressive because they are supposed to be the weaker gender when they feel like being the weaker gender.
right.
And there's a form of verbal submission and energetic submission that you're supposed to have to them so that you don't frighten them, so that you don't become the monster. And it's not fair, but there's also things that we are entitled to and we say and we do, which ain't fair to them. But to that, I say, if somebody ain't your type, you don't have to say nothing.
Exactly.
If it's for your friend, bring your friend over and say, my friend want to talk to you.
And let it
Don't
go.
go into the tearing him down when you're not even here for him, whatever the scenario might be.
True.
Don't approach when they're not even for you, when that's not even your type. Bring your big girlfriend, put big girl panties on, and come over and talk to the dude. Like if you're gonna be a wing girl, as we have our wingmen, if you're gonna be the wing girl, then be a good wing girl. That's not being a good wing girl.
What I'm saying is that but in that situation, that girl was being offered up, and he's saying like, "Nah, that's not that." Just like I'm not your type. You can't.
What you're bringing to me is not
that's not my type.
Mm-hmm.
How you get mad now? You can.
How do you get mad for me saying you're not my type when you
can
just
say I'm not your type, but I can't say you're not my
Mhm.
type.
Gender.
Mhm.
It's a gender thing.
That doesn't make any.
It's a
sense
gender
at all.
entitlement. If you've never heard of it, or if we don't know if it's such a thing, I'm making it up now. It's a gender entitlement.
Remember to subscribe, please. Let us know.
I just wanted to get that up off me because I'm like,
I'm glad.
I see it. Like
Mhm.
I see it in real time. You know what I'm saying? You know, from where we from.
Yeah.
I see it in real time. I'm like, I be seeing these guys. They say what they want. Then a guy say something, and they'll be respectful about it,
Mm-hmm.
and they'll go the fuck off. Oh, she bad. What you mean? So what? She don't like fat girls?
Mm-hmm.
And then that way,
Like you like.
But it's like, and don't pick a fight. The biggest disrespect to that is to tell someone, oh, you must be gay.
That
Number
was the
one,
part.
don't say that shit like it's a bad thing if somebody were to be gay.
that's what
Like that would be their preference, and it ain't your business whether they straight or gay. But like, don't use that as an attack just because you feel salty when you got the script flipped on you.
That's the
Don't do
first
that.
thing it said when you're not interested. But they can be not interested in you, but when you're not interested in them,
It
that's
must
the
be a
first thing.
reason. Yeah.
That's the
And
first thing.
females
You must
have a
be
large
gay.
ego as well. You know, you talk about the male ego, but a female has a ego that's probably almost double ours, and we don't talk about it often. But they that's the entitlement part of it. It's their ego that tells them this is okay for me to say to this dude,
Yeah, that's
and he can't talk back to me that way.
But see,
That's ego.
if I'm in that situation, I'm the wrong one. If you think I ain't gonna talk back,
Oh no,
It's gonna be a
We're
long
not talking.
night.
We know that you are. An
you are not the
exception.
general audience of,
It's gonna be a long night.
of society. You're not the
If you
general.
can say if any woman can come and say everything that they don't like about me, best believe
Mhm.
you gonna hear what I don't like. Because the whole time you saying what you don't like about me, I'm looking at you and I get to analyze. I'm
Mhm.
gonna step back.
Mhm.
I'm gonna look at everything. And when it's my turn, you know what I'm saying? You're
Tread
gonna find
lightly,
out.
y'all.
You're gonna find out that fire burns like a motherfucker.
See, but you have to remember that, and all the times when you're dealing with any sort of conflict or conversation with the other sex, you have to use that wonderful word that we've lost sense of, and that's discretion.
Mm-hmm.
See, because when a woman comes at you, or anybody comes at you with a vociferous or malicious nature, you know, our common reaction depends on who we are and how we've been raised, whether we're going to say bless you, and you know, we'll talk about it. We're like, no, don't you go nowhere, we're going to finish this.
Mm-hmm.
See, so it's on the behoves on us since we know better, to act better. It's like it's like the lady said, the president's wife. You know, just they go low, we go high. You know, and that's why I don't have any problem. You say, when a woman says to me, "I don't like you for whatever reason," it's like, yo, probably a two-way street, and then walk away. It's like, no, don't talk about. Oh, I've had your interpretation with yours truly too, being a young black man in America, being like, oh, you don't like us, are you gay?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, how come? What? Why you don't want to get this?
Mm-hmm.
Like, what do I want to get that for? Shoot, like everybody else got it. I don't want it no more. It must be used out.
Yo, you know, kitty cat. No.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong. I'm when I say I'll be right back at you. I don't have to use the B word, none of that.
No.
And you can curse somebody out without cursing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I do it all the time.
Without cursing.
And that makes that can piss especially a female off to the highest
without cursing.
without raising your voice.
Yeah. But just think of her
When
first
you
reaction.
don't choose violence with her, it can really set a woman off.
And I'm a king of that. I'm a king of that. Like I know how to handle that. But trust and believe, I'm going to handle that. It's not going to slide. It's not going to just go away. You're not going to say what you want to say and then switch off. You're not going to just march off.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because I'm going to walk alongside you. Say, and by the way, why you got them shoes on? Bitch, they don't match.
Say, don't your feet hurt, girl?
And then they'll be like, see, I knew you was gay. Why you looking at my fucking shoes?
Why you do that?
I can see that in retaliation.
With them, you don't chew on big things. You chew on small things. Because that's the stuff they worry about, the little teeniest thing. Why that eyelash longer than the other eyelash?
You really hate the lashes, don't you?
This is the ongoing thing?
Why that eyelash?
Why did I come today, right?
Little small stuff.
You really hate the lashes.
Well, no. As I look at it, though, I do look at his eyebrows and in a way look like they have been what do you call it? Manicured. Or,
You know why?
Cultivated.
You know why they look that way?
Because you got it done that way.
That's the way. No, the God has made these things that way. You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
Ask any woman I've ever been with, they be like, God damn,
Oh,
I wish
yeah.
my eyelashes and my eyebrows,
And the eyebrows
like
had
yours.
that kind of
Oh.
symmetry in the
That's
arch.
right.
Mm.
That was God. That was God handing it to me.
God handed it to you.
And then I'm glad you said the God thing because they say that.
What?
They going back to that, they'll say it ain't her fault that she tall. That
I mean,
blame
you
God.
dark, light skin.
Well, I'm not. It's not my fault that I'm light skinned. You got to blame him as well if that's the case,
Are
right?
you seriously hearing this kind of stuff?
That's what they
Yeah.
say.
What
that's
are
what they
y'all
say.
on?
You need to find other.
I'm not saying they're
circles
talking to me.
hang around.
I'm just using me. I'm just
I
putting
know.
myself in
I'm
the scenario.
like in passing and shit. But are you really hearing this kind of stuff out here?
Yeah, saying it's not. They'll defend. You don't because you don't like her or a particular thing about her. They'll defend
Oh my!
everything, and then they'll bring they'll bring everything, including God, into the situation.
My girls, you're making it so hard for me to come to your rescue.
Everything, including God.
But geez, oh,
It's not her. It's not her fault that she fat. God made her that way, but he made me that way. You said you don't like it.
Hey, you tell those people, say God must have made you her mouthpiece too, because she ain't saying
Yeah,
damn.
exactly.
You know, it's like
You know,
walk away from the
It's
situation.
hard. I'm only speaking on it because I'm seeing it.
God didn't give her a mouth.
Exactly. Her lip,
Come over here and talk.
he took that voice
Yeah.
box out. I'm just saying. I don't. You know what I mean? I'm not. I'm only saying it because if I see stuff more than 3 times, I gotta see something. You know what I'm saying? Like this is like a regular thing. It's like daily thing. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know, from that working environment we in. So I'm like, I constantly see it. I'm like, yo, are you kidding me?
Mm-hmm.
It's okay okay for y'all not to like him, but it's not okay for him
Not to like
y'all.
you. Mm-hmm.
It's weird.
It is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Come to think of it, like that is weird. It's not even disrespectful or like egotistical. That is weird.
Or as I say, consider the sources all the time.
And I didn't want to hijack the whole show with that.
No,
stuff,
no,
but that
Well,
being
if
said-
it was on your chest, I think it was very
Yes.
important that you
I
got
got a
it.
number of
Get
things.
things off your chest.
I got a number of
got
things on
stuff
my
written
chest.
down.
Well, that was an odd one you got off your chest. You got anything else?
Yeah, I got man. You don't want to do that.
Why don't I want to
I
do
got
that?
a number of man.
Hmm.
I'm telling you, Brian, you don't want to do that.
No. Listen.
Listen.
This is a forum. It's open. This is brotherhood, brother. Man,
Get that
you want to
damn
break it down?
You
Break
see
it
him
down.
flying around, yeah. But I'm
Don't
just
worry.
saying, there
What,
you
what,
don't.
we got something flying?
You don't want to. You don't want to. You don't want to get that to me.
Why do listen?
What you got? Anything you want to get off your chest out here?
Man, I ain't got nothing to get off my chest. Life is so good for a brother like me. Shoot, I pray for everybody else that's out there and hope they can live like the funky man.
Man.
See, because you see, when you have the right perspective in your mind, nothing can get on your ass. You
Mhm.
know what I mean?
Mhm.
It's like I've been married over 40 years, you know, and some people think that's a proud thing. I think it's like, wow, she ain't left yet. You know, because, you know, I'm not a perfect example of anything on the planet other than a human. You know, and so
Nobody's
and understanding that, and so that's what I have to give grievance allowance to for other people, because I take them and like, oh, you're not as smart as I thought you were. You know, you about a dumb up. You know, and let it go at that.
Mhm.
Let me.
But that's why so with me, I just have situations. See, I don't have no problems. I just
Mhm.
have a situation I have to take care of.
I can say that. I don't really
You
have
know,
no problem.
Ain't no problem. Nobody bothered me nothing. Nobody owed me nothing. I don't know nobody nothing. Everything like that. You know, what I see, I can get, and if I ain't got it, it ain't worth having.
Right.
And I just move on. You know, I'll be able to maintain what I can afford. I don't try to outlive my finances or do anything that be like grandiose, and it's not me.
Mhm.
You know, so that's what I do. Like I said, but those people who say that, hey, they want to do that grandiose life, I'm all for that. You want to live in a mansion or have $1 million home, that means your ass is working for it. Me, I'm quite happy. Give me a $250,000 home and a good mortgage, and I'll see you later. You know, you do what you want to do. You know, you want to do drugs and do drugs. You want to call yourself gay? Be gay. You know, why would I want to impede on what you want to do?
Well, say no to drugs, kids.
Yeah.
Say yes to you know what.
No. Kids,
Hey, man.
children, I want you always to say no to drugs, because a guy like me, you can look and say that I say no more.
Mhm. No more.
Yo, man, you're a fool.
At least the hard drugs. Know your limits. Know your limits. sweatpants.
No, take it off, man.
Stop.
Dude, man.
Oh, Lord.
What do we got, Brown? What do we got?
I don't even care what we got.
Well, ladies
Well,
and
no,
gentlemen.
I love that what you said. I love your perspective on life, period. Like no problems. It's just situations we come across every now and then.
Yeah, because everybody always wants to be. Everybody wants to be problematic. It's like,
Mhm.
oh man, I'm having this problem. I can't understand my girl.
It's a
Well, did you sit
situation.
down? Why? It's a situation. Why are you telling me about it when you should be sitting down having a talk with her? You know, don't overlook the obvious.
Mhm.
You know, we have a situation here. Let's handle the situation. Don't, I'm gonna tell you, man. That day, that motherfucker, like, why? Why am I gonna tell you? And you're right there at the table. Look, you've got to change your ways. Maybe we need to redirect this conversation or do something like this on a project, or whether it's just general conversation or whatever, just respectful courtesy, common courtesy. What we have in this society today now, everybody wants to be confrontational and be wrong.
That's what I was going to ask you.
It-
Like,
loud and wrong.
So what do you do when you try to have that conversation and that person becomes even more combative?
Oh, that's a great thing, man. I like that. It's like, yo, you can make yourself look like a fool right there. Heck, man, that's serious, because all you have to do, like the words of the smart people always said, hey, it's better to be thought a fool than to open your mouth and remove all doubt. So I just got to walk away from people like that. I don't want to be associated with you, but if you touch me, I'll break your motherfucking neck.
There you have it.
And that's where we have to keep it. I mean, like nowadays, our society, our young people today, and all the shooting and killing, that's because why? The family.
Man, it's heartbreaking.
It's a family.
Oh, that's what it is. Doesn't matter.
Is it?
I clean that up in post.
No, it's the family unit. There's not a family unit. You have to understand, being black in America is like the lowest standard and the hardest thing to do, because we've overcome so much of what's been put on the nation as a people, as far as everything, because we're always thought about what, first off, no, not even being human,
Mhm.
but then also learn how to subsidize you. You don't need a man. We'll give you welfare, keep you happy. Men should be responsible for their kids, and all this other stuff that happens. Oh no, that doesn't work. Oh shoot, guess we better give them some drugs. Let's keep the war going. Let's keep them away from each other. So then that way, that young man, that young prince right there, that comes down the step, he doesn't have that fatherly guidance that pull you to the side. That's not how you address people. Back in the days that you and I grew up, hey, what would you worry about? The worst thing, a drunk, alcoholic on the corner. But what would the alcoholic do when he see you and your mama walking the kids across the
He's
street?
still
Put the bottle
drinking,
down.
but say, hey,
No, he'll put the bottle down
it
and
down.
say, hey,
And-
man, I'll
and-
let you go do your thing.
with a drunken way. How
Yeah.
you doing, Missy?
But now you wake up in the morning, 8:30, 7:30, 6:30 in the morning, you walk down the street. I'm like, what the hell are these boys licking on and damn early in the morning? Roll it at home, damn it. What the hell?
Out in
You gotta have
public.
your business out in the street.
At the bus stop,
Why?
on the bus,
On the bus, shoot.
in the back of the Uber.
But what I'm saying, the point is, like, there's no discretion now, that there's no discreetness, because we had a time when it was an adult hour, children's hour.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Okay, we don't have that now. It's like Biggie said, man, all this thing. I know who not Biggie. What's that kid name? The other fat kid, Chubb Rock. All these don't need to be in the records, and the kids don't have to hear it.
Right.
Even C. Dolores Tucker brought it back from the beginning. We've lost that,
Mm.
and that accountability. Same thing with the men bringing the pants down. Kind of shit is that?
Mm.
You got an ass and a hole.
It's so funny you bring up Miss C. Dolores Tucker. Someone recently posted something she was talking about when rap music was about to drag everybody to hell,
Yeah, because
and they mocked her. They dragged her. They try to make it about not being suppressed in their expression. And this is where we come from. This is what we know. It's like, even still, if that's what you know, that's what you come from. We don't need to put that up here. We don't need to make that the standard. Do better. It's that's all she's trying to encourage people to do. Do better.
see, and
they made her.
No, they villainized her. But excuse me, that's the problem that we all have to do as a society, is to stand up for one another when you're right.
Mm-hmm.
I've probably been shot 14 more times because I told a young boy, "Who are you talking to like that?" "Oh, who are you talking to, old head?" Oh, I'm going to my car. Oh God, he gonna get a gun, y'all. Let's go get him. Because they don't have any. They're thinking emotionally like a woman would. All these guys, you see them coming around. How you gonna?
Thank you.
How you gonna come out with me and my 4 boys, and have 47 shots and ain't shoot nobody? Yeah, because we shooting like girls. You're not coming in with intention. You don't even have an intention or an agenda of why I want that person dead. Because you would step to them if you were really grown up in an environment where like, hey, be a man about it. When you grew up. Hey, what we do? We do 5 slides to the head, then you walk. Man, I respect you. You beat me,
Mm-hmm.
But ain't no me, I'm going to kill you. I'm going to come around there and burn your house down and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But if you touch my sister or mother, steal her pocketbook, we got to talk about something different.
But when you say that though, the thing that they fight over the most is words. And I
words.
asked this last time.
It's very
When
bitchy.
Did men let words affect them?
I just told you. It's from the women raising their children to be emotional. They're not hunters. They don't understand how to be solution solvers.
Mm-hmm.
All they know how to do is to react.
Yeah, because only people that I ever known was to get affected by that was women and children. You used to tell your kids, don't let that bother you. Don't do.
Yeah.
There was the man telling the kid,
That's little head
hey
stuff.
man, that's that
Mm-hmm.
man, you gonna have bigger problems than that. Don't let that little stuff bother you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But now more than ever, the boys let the words affect them the most. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then they become men that still let the words affect them the most. There's no strength. Everybody is just like, oh, he said that about me. I got to do something.
Yeah. And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna try to kill him because he said I got my part cut a little bit longer than the other ones, or either. Now, look back in my day, we worried about whether he had high waters or not. Now it's just fashion, back to the Temptations.
You know when they realized that they shouldn't let them words affect them?
Once somebody's dead.
Please stand.
Uh-huh.
You've been sentenced by a jury of your peers
Oh, yeah. And when you're
Yeah.
standing before your judge.
Yep.
Yeah, you're saying in judgment.
on count 1, first-degree murder.
Mm-hmm.
We find you
Aggravated assault.
guilty.
Mm-hmm.
That's when they realize, damn.
And it's too late then. And with what we have to do is try to arrest all of that. And you arrest that, believe it or not, from the cradle.
Yeah.
You can't let you can try to enlighten individuals as you meet them and wherever they are in life's paths. But for the most part, if you want to do encompassing thing, it's like, hey, we started in the cradle. We started in the family, Hey, the women out here, all these women out here now, what do they miss most? A father's love.
Mm-hmm.
They don't know what it's like to have a man grab them and hold them because he loves and protects and honors them.
Right.
All they know
for
is
the
that,
freak stuff.
and like I always told my daughters and all my girl associates through life, it's like as soon as you start growing your breasts, it's a whole different world
Mm-hmm.
for you. Because everybody, you don't know what their intentions are. You haven't had that sheltering and that covering of love and protection because you've always been a victim.
Mm.
You haven't been nurtured, like the women, they say they're the nurturers. Yes, they are. They do the best they can with what they got. But as far as men stepping up to the cause, we have to do more.